Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the NOSSCAR X2 Series race at Kentucky Speedway. It's the 22nd race of the 25 race season. I'm Tyler McMurter, up here in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, getting you set for the action. It's Brett Baker in the number 12 car making his debut on the pole. Eddie Fikes in second, Tyler McMurter in third, and we're green at Kentucky Speedway. Ricky Bean in the 51 car, nice qualifying run inside the top 5. Michael Shoemaker rear in the 56, right behind him. Matt Tetmayer in the 3 car, the lime green and black Chevy, right there with him. Daniel Harmon, his paint job did not successfully load. That is him in the 4th position in the black and red, default looking paint colors. Nice pass by Michael Shoemaker to take the 5th position from Matt Tetmayer. Brett Baker trying to run away with this thing. Eddie Fikes runs in second. Eddie had a great run in the All-Star race. Nearly won it. He won stage 2 to restart on the front row of the final stage. Picking up where he left off. Having a great run here so far today at Kentucky. He also finished second in the Michigan race. Daniel Harmon in 4th, losing a bit of ground to the front 3. Brett Baker, Eddie Fikes, Tyler McMurter, those are the top 3. Daniel Harmon in 4th. Matt Tetmayer has passed Michael Shoemaker rear to take the 5th position back. Ricky Bean has lost a couple of positions since the start of the race. Still inside the top 10. 16 drivers started the event. A couple of cars have already got in a bit of a scuffle together on the racetrack. 1 car off the track already here at Kentucky Speedway. Tetmayer looking on the inside. Daniel Harmon, that's a battle for 4th. Looks like he's going to be able to, I was going to say, looks like he's going to be able to clear him in turn 1. Was not able to do that. They're still battling for the 4th and 5th positions. Daniel Harmon, Matt Tetmayer. Now Matt clears Daniel and takes the 4th position for now. This is the very first race for Brett Baker here in the world of NOSSCAR esports racing. And what a race it's been, what a weekend it's been for him at Kentucky so far. Winning the pole, leading the laps right now, and putting that number 12 Ford out front. And right when I'm talking about it, he's going to lose the race lead to Eddie Fikes in the number 9 car. Evidently, Brett Baker got loose in turns 1 and 2, had to chase it up the hill a little bit, and then when he did, he started to arc it back to the bottom, but lost a lot of momentum in doing so. Eddie Fikes takes the lead. McMurter trying to get around his teammate for second, and he does. Eddie Fikes in the lead, looking for his very first win in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. He's come close on many different occasions, finished second at Michigan. Now he's got the lead at Kentucky, and he'd love to run away and lead the most laps if he possibly can here. There are no cautions in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, so there's nothing that's going to be slowing him down except for lap traffic later on in the event. Daniel Harmon takes 4th position back from Matt Tetmayer, and he did it on the outside line. Very impressive move. seen some great racing since the drop of the green flag here at Kentucky Speedway. Daniel Harmon and Matt Tetmayer are still switching back and forward, swapping the 4th and 5th positions back and forward. They still haven't figured out who's going to try to take a run at the top 3. Brett Baker in the 12, sticking right with his teammate Tyler McMurter in the 84. And every now and then you can see the 2 cars side by side behind them. The lime green number 3 Chevy, Matt Tetmayer, and the default red and black car of Daniel Harmon. And whoa, that's Michael Shoemaker in the 56 car going 1 lap down. We're hearing that he was caught up in an on-track incident with One-Eyed Rat driving the number 38 car. So now Michael goes 1 lap down. Currently scored in the 13th position. Battle for second is starting to heat up between the 2 Timac Motorsports teammates, the 84 and the 12. The pole sitter, Brett Baker, making his debut start in NOSSCAR, trying to take second place back from Tyler McMurter in the 84. The only reason why Brett Baker lost the race lead to begin with to Eddie Fikes in the 9 car was due to him getting loose in turns 1 and 2 and having to correct it and gather it back up, and that allowed the 9 and the 84 to make the move. And since then, Eddie Fikes has been checking out. Taking a break from commentary, you're watching the Kentucky race here for the NOSSCAR X2 Series, race 22 of 25. Head over to NOSSCAR.com/X2 Series to learn more about how to sign up and become a driver. And hope to see you on the track someday soon. Don't go anywhere, guys. Eddie Fikes leads the way. Welcome back to Kentucky Speedway for the NOSSCAR X2 Series race. And we're really not too sure what happened on the pit stop of Eddie Fikes in the number 9 car, because he is no longer scored as your race leader. In fact, Tyler McMurter in the 84 car has taken over the top spot. Brett Baker runs in 2nd and Matt Tetmayer runs in 3rd. Eddie Fikes in the 4th position. Daniel Harmon rounding out the top 5. And we didn't see Eddie enter the pits, so we really can't speculate too much on what happened. Maybe just didn't get very much speed heading into pit road. Remember, there are no black flags. There are no penalties for speeding on pit road. So these drivers are allowed to run as quick as they possibly can down pit road. And some drivers are better at it than others, and we might have seen Eddie make a mistake while entering the pits. Brett Baker got a little bit loose over in turns 1 and 2, again, a lot like he did earlier in the race, and he actually lost a couple of spots. He's now back in the 5th position behind Daniel Harmon, who's now in 4th. Eddie Fikes now challenging for 2nd. The 2 green cars, that's Eddie Fikes and Matt Tetmayer. About to see them come into your frame here. They're battling for 2nd and 3rd with Daniel Harmon right behind him. Brett Baker nowhere to be seen in the frame a moment ago. The yellow number 12 Ford, the pole sitter, now drops to the 5th position. The top 5 have really separated themselves from the rest of the field. 6th on back, Caleb Lopez runs in the 6th position, Ricky Bean in 7th, Caitlin Lohr in 8th, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in 9th, and One-Eyed Rat running in the 10th position. Michael Shoemaker in 11th, Cody Vaughn in 12th. 12 cars left on the racetrack here at Kentucky. 16 drivers entered the event. 12 drivers left in the event on the racetrack at this time, with 10 drivers on the lead lap. And that's Eddie Fikes in the green number 9 Chevy. He made the move for 2nd place on Matt Tetmayer. Looked easy. He was down on the bottom, and he made it stick down there. So Eddie Fikes coming back to the front. He very well might have the fastest car on the racetrack. He is flying, looking for his first career win. The wall matches his race car. And maybe that's what it is. No fear of the wall in this event. It's on the same team as he is. Tyler trying desperately to hold on to the race lead. Tyler has 5 wins this season. Currently seated 2nd in the point standings. The points leader, Jordan Green, not entering in this event. In fact, he is on vacation, and he took it at a very fitting time. Now that he's tallied 8 wins and he has the points lead, it's not a bad time to step away and enjoy some fun in the sun. Eddie Fikes looks to the inside, and he makes the move. New race leader, put the 9 car back on top of the leaderboard. Tyler back to 2nd. Matt Tetmayer in 3rd, there you see him. Daniel Harmon in 4th, right behind the lime green Chevy. And then every now and then you see the yellow Ford come into your frame, that being driven by Brett Baker. He rounds out the top 5. There's Caitlin Lohr in the 48 car. She's currently scored in 10th. She goes 1 lap down. She pulled very low to the inside, gave plenty of space to the leaders to let them go by. She settles in behind Daniel Harmon and Matt Tetmayer. We should let you know Daniel Harmon has made the pass on Matt Tetmayer for 3rd. They were battling a lot earlier in this race. 4 positions, swapping the 4th and 5th positions back and forward, if I recall correctly. Now put Daniel 3rd, Matt in 4th. Some strategy being deployed. Matt Tetmayer, Daniel Harmon have both come down pit road. We're going to have to wait and see if the 84 comes down pit road this time by or not. And he doesn't, and neither did Eddie Fikes in the number 9 car. Remember, since there are no cautions here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, sometimes it comes down to a very well thought and well planned fuel mileage strategy. And we might be seeing these two drivers running first and second begin to plan and organize a fuel mileage strategy if possible. It's a 56 lap event. Excuse me, 53 lap event rather. These drivers can go anywhere from 14 to 17 laps on a fuel run. So if they're able to manage a couple of extra laps per fuel run, they might be able to make it to the end of this race on one less fuel stop, one less pit stop than some of their competitors. Now we just saw Eddie Fikes in the 9 come down pit road. He surrenders the race lead. Tyler McMurter stays out another lap. He's already led laps in this race to get the bonus point for leading at least one lap. So this is not significant in the sense where he wants an extra bonus point for a lap led. This is significant in the sense that he's trying to stretch the fuel as much as he possibly can with some sort of fuel mileage strategy in mind. And we've seen Tyler win many races here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series based on fuel strategy. And if he pulls it off today at Kentucky, it'll be his 6th win of the season, and it'll propel him a little bit closer to the championship against Jordan Green. Jordan Green, driver of the 06 Chevy, 8 wins this season, currently holds the points lead with 205 points. And I'm amazed, Tyler in the 84 still yet to come down pit road. We're going to take another break from commentary. You're watching the NOSSCAR X2 Series race at Kentucky Speedway, race 22 of 25 here in the 8th season of this eSport Racing Series hosted on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition on PlayStation 3. Don't go anywhere, we're going to crown a winner shortly. Now here comes Tyler on pit road, surrendering the lead. We'll come back and reset the running order for you. Don't go anywhere. We're back, guys, and we're seeing all different types of fuel strategy deployed here from everybody, really. The race leader is Eddie Fikes in the number 9 car. Running in second, you have Matt Tetmayer in the 3. Running in third is Daniel Harmon in the 62. They're battling side by side right now for those positions. And then Tyler McMurter in the 84 runs in 4th with Brett Baker running in 5th, but we don't know if Eddie Fikes or Matt Tetmayer can make it to the end on fuel. Man, they're 3 wide just in front of Tyler McMurter. The other car that's 3 wide with them is Ricky Bean in the orange number 51 Chevy, but he just came off pit road, so he's got a couple of laps of fresher tires than these two. Now Matt Tetmayer clears Daniel Harmon for the 3rd position, or excuse me, the 2nd position. But again, we don't know if Matt can make it to the end on fuel. We know that Tyler McMurter in the 84 can make it to the end on fuel. It's going to be very interesting to see who can stretch the fuel the furthest. We saw that Tyler came down pit road a few laps later than Eddie Fikes in the 9. gap between those two cars, the 9 and the 84, is shrinking rapidly. Matt Tetmayer in the 3 running in second. He's gaining on your race leader as well. Tyler now challenging Daniel Harmon. He's on the inside looking for third. This is the front stretch here. Heading into turn 1, Tyler clears Daniel. Question is, can he slide up in front of him to complete the pass coming into turn 2? And he does. So now that puts Tyler up into the third position. He's trying to run down your race leader. Eddie Fikes is looking for his very first NOSSCAR esports racing win in any of the 12 different esport racing series. NOSSCAR hosts 12 different esport racing series across 5 video games on 3 different gaming consoles. NOSSCAR.com has all the information, folks, and hit that subscribe button to catch all the action from all 12 of those leagues here on YouTube. Oh, looks like Caitlin Lohr bounced off the wall coming out of turn 2. She came back up on the racetrack right in front of Daniel Harmon, and that was almost going to be very costly for him. And now we have a car slow on the racetrack, and I think that it was One-Eyed Rat. I think he's out of fuel, and he's over in turns 3 and 4. He might be able to make it to pit road. I'm not too sure. He's in the 11th position, and if he can't make it to pit road, we will only have 10 cars left on the racetrack. It's been more or less an elimination race, and we don't see his car on the apron or on the racetrack in turns 3 and 4, so evidently I would say he made it to pit road. Thank goodness. Tetmayer could not make it to the end on fuel. He came down pit road, so he surrenders his 3rd place spot. So now that moves Daniel Harmon up into 3rd, and that moves Brett Baker up into 4th. Brett Baker has been pitting on the exact same lap as Tyler McMurter all race long. So he's on the exact same fuel mileage strategy as his teammates. So if Tyler can make it, we think Brett Baker in the 12 can make it as well. The question is, can Tyler run down Eddie before the end of the race? We're not sure if Eddie can make it to the end on fuel. But if he can, and if he can use every drop of fuel, every last fume in the gas tank, he's going to get his first career win here tonight at Kentucky Speedway. The gap is shrinking. Tyler is on about 4 or 5 lap fresher tires at this point. And I'm sure that that's something that Eddie has in mind, something he's very aware of. Tyler's been running about a groove or 2 grooves from the bottom in the corners all race long, especially in turns 1 and 2. Here in 3 and 4, he actually gets really low down to the yellow line. And that's Eddie Fikes in the 9 car right in front of him. We're going to have a battle for the lead at Kentucky. Coming around now for the final time on the back straightaway. They are on the final lap. Eddie Fikes trying to stay in front of Tyler in the 84. They both go around the lap traffic of Caitlin Lohr on the outside, and it's going to be Eddie Fikes in the 9 capturing his first career NOSSCAR esports race win. He wins the Kentucky 100. I can't believe he made the distance on fuel, and this moves him up into the 4th position in the point standings. Eddie Fikes, Tyler McMurter, Brett Baker, Daniel Harmon, and Ricky Bean, your top 5. Caleb Lopez, Matt Tetmayer, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Caitlin Lohr, and Michael Shoemaker round out the rest of your top 10. Woo! What a race. Congratulations to Eddie Fikes, Wood Dog Motorsports, and the number 9 team. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, wishing all NOSSCAR eSport race fans a good night, so long, and we will see you next time.